Hello everyone. Sorry about that if you just saw me a few seconds ago. My stream settings were a bit off. Anyway, I fixed them now. Now, I did say I was going to start doing, videos instead of a live stream and 2 videos. But then I've just finished watching Phil and I got a little bit pissed off. And so I thought, right, I'll talk about it on live stream. And then while I was sorting myself out, I put up the Twitter thing for what's been said about this guy. And it makes me mad even more. For those that don't know, I think this happened over the weekend, but there was a Twitch streamer by the name of MrDeadMoth, I have notes here, who was streaming Fortnite. And he was playing the game, his wife came in, she was asking him to come off the game, she was asking him, she was nagging. But women nag. So instead of saying, being respectful and nice, like if I nagged my husband if he was live streaming, he doesn't live stream, but if he did, he would be a lot nicer than this guy was. And she threw a box at him, which I'll get to in a sec. She threw a box at him, so then not long after that, he got up and hit her. Then he sat back down, and then she was saying, he's just hit me, and you could hear the connect. And then, because she carried on, he got up and hit her again, sat back down, and carried on. It carried on, he got back up and cracked her again. Bear in mind, she was pregnant, and they had 2 children in the house. I think one was 2 or 3, and the other one was something like 22 months. And the amount of things wrong with this is unbelievable. First off, a lot of people on Twitter are saying, yeah, but she threw a cardboard box. Okay. Trying to think. Something cardboard. Okay, this isn't the same thickness, but it's a similar idea. This is a cardboard box. So if I threw this at my husband, he's within his right. Or even if the Amazon box that's downstairs that some of the Christmas presents came in, if I threw that at him, he'd be within his right to hit me. No, because there is a difference between the damage this can do and the damage this can do. A big difference. And I'll do it this way. I'll take my ring off. There's a difference between this and this. Okay? There's a huge difference. The damage a piece of cardboard can do is nothing compared to the damage a fist can do. A fist, if you hit somebody in the right way, can kill somebody. Whereas a cardboard box at most is going to give you a paper cut or a little bit of a bruise. This can kill you. That's with, like I said, without the ring. With the ring, it's even more damage. And the fact that this guy has done this on live stream, and he's also done similar stuff to this in the past, where he's basically called his child, that's either 2 or 3 years old, a cunt on live stream. On Twitch. While the stream was going. So, the news was 11:30 that particular night, he was arrested. And he was charged, he paid bail, he's out, and he goes to court on the 13th, which would be Thursday. And then she had charges against her, but they've been dropped because, like I said, there's a huge difference between a cardboard box and a fist. Now, this, I actually have to agree with Phil on this one, where this guy is essentially a man-child. And he has no idea how taxing, I don't have kids, but I know people that do. I've been around kids a lot in my life. And when you have 2 children, both under the age of 4, and you are pregnant, you can't do everything on your own. I'm sorry, but you can't. It's just not humanly possible. And if this guy is literally just playing games, and not actually helping his partner, that's a little bit underhanded. But let's get to Twitter on this, because it's a doozy. And I can't censor anybody's name because of the plain simple fact I'm live. And if you go onto Twitter, you can see this shit. So, Avert your eyes for a sec. So, this is the Twitter thread for... I just put MrDeadMoth in the search bar, and this is what came out. If I sneeze, I apologise. My allergies are being nasty at the minute. Right, so you've got this guy that... Okay, he's a little bit too far, but I can understand the rage. MrDeadMoth deserves to be executed, let's be honest. Full on foreign squad. Like I said, bit too extreme, but I can sort of understand it. I don't know if you've heard about this Fortnite streamer who hit his wife. Here's the link. Here's another link of people started people talking about it. Dear Mr. Funmouth, have fun behind bars, wife abuser. So a lot of people are saying the right thing now, but there's other people like this one. Everyone's saying MrDeadMoth should rot in hell for hitting Grace. Actually, go watch the video. She assaulted him multiple times before he lost it. Not saying he should have done it, but they should both be charged. She was charged, but the charges should be dropped because she threw cardboard at him, whereas he actually grabbed her and hit her. I can't understand that one, so we're not going to go that one. Unfortunately, I saw MrDeadMoth clips from watching Philip DeFranco show. I teared up and I think I'm going to be sick. I don't even know what you call a man with no humanity. For those defending him, fuck off. Darryl Looms, I appreciate you. Then somebody else has covered this. Like I said, this is breaking. I've literally just watched Phil's video on it, because I did have another 3 videos planned, so I'll record them tomorrow for the rest of the week. If this piece of shit, MrDeadMoth, wants to scuffle with someone who isn't a pregnant mother of soon to be 3, I would gladly volunteer your disgusting excuse for human refuse, and I hope one sentence you'll enjoy being a new prison bitch. Anyone who knows if there's a good GoFundMe or fundraiser in general to campaign for MrDeadMoth's partner, possibly ex Grace and her children. People who support MrDeadMoth are likely abusers themselves. Please be aware to protect yourself and block these sorts of people, and let people who exactly know who exactly those individuals are who support beating together and significant others. Yep, shit like MrDeadMoth thing is why I don't leave the house. Pro tip, don't abuse other people. Go get help. So there are a lot of people that are very, very annoyed at this. There are many reports of out there the sound of DeadMoth's 3-year-old daughter screaming as he attacked her pregnant mother is awful. So the Washington Post have picked this up. So like I said, this is relatively recent. It happened over the weekend, but everything sort of snowballed today because everybody's back in work. MrDeadMoth, someone loved you enough to marry you and have kids with you, and this is how you treat them. Kindly think about that and fix yourself fast. For those not just thinking of the law, but are actively defending his actions. Like I say, yes, she shouldn't have thrown something at him, but he should actually be more of a man-child. All he wants to do is be paid to play video games, but he doesn't have the maturity to think, right, if I play video games for 3 hours a day, okay, that's fine. But for the rest of the time, I have to help my wife with children, blah, 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 blah. But I don't think that's even close to what happens in the relationship. Actual fact, let me see if... Twitch. Yes, I am on Twitch, by the way. Mr. Dead Moth. So I think this one might be it. So it does look like they've cancelled them because I've just, as you guys can see, I've just gone on to MrDeadMoth's channel, and that's what comes up. So thank you, Twitch, for doing your job. They've managed to get this. They've managed to get this thing sorted. However, the information and the Twitter is still out there. The whole thing on Twitter is still out there. Anyone at Broken Bones, anyone defending MrDeadMoth's action based on his wife instigating it is a I am dyslexic, so bear with me. Disgusting, subhuman piece of garbage. She threw cardboard at him. You fucking... I'm not even saying that word because I don't like it. Cardboard does not equal fist. Thank you very much. Fuck yourself. The worst people are the defenders. And then... you do not lay your hands on your significant other. Me and the husband, we've been together a little over 9 years. We've been married for 6. And we've never laid hands on each other, ever. And we never would. We talk, if something's bothering us, we talk about it. We talk about it until the cows come home. And then we talk about it some more. It's like he plays video games, I play video games. He does his things, I do my things. But when we spend time together, we spend time together. He's at work at the moment because it's that time of the day where he works, because he works nights. Primarily so I can look after me during the day. But, a lot of relationships I know of, I've seen the type of relationship we have where we communicate and we communicate and we communicate. And then I've also seen the flip. So, I'm going to jump over to myself in a sec. I'm not going to get into specifics of the actual instances that I've witnessed because it's not my business to put out there. But let's just say there's been a few times where I've seen the after effects or I've been present during it. And it isn't nice. You never, ever put your hands on somebody in anger. Ever. Because there's always ways of dealing with it. It's like, if it's your job to beat somebody up, say for example, you're a boxer or you're a wrestler or you're in the UFC, then that's fine. But that's your job. For somebody to go and do that in real life is a different matter. Which is one thing that pisses me off when people give any form of celebrity, whether it's an online influencer like this dickhead, or whether it's somebody like Chris Brown, or whether it's anybody, Bobby Brown, another example. Those that are of my generation will probably understand what that means, will know what I mean. This whole beating your wife is the worst thing you could ever do. And there is nothing that justifies beating the crap out of your wife. Okay? There is nothing that justifies beating the crap out of your husband. It doesn't. Whether you are in a straight, bi, gay, whatever, whether you're married, you're in a relationship, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, you do not lay your hands on another person in anger, ever. And if you think it's okay, then I really, 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 really feel bad for it, because this is not okay. And I will actually verbatim say something Phil said. If you think that this is okay, go fuck yourself. I love it when he says things like that, because it's funny. Because he gets rage monster just like I do. It must be something in the Mediterranean blood, because I'm part Spanish and he's Italian. So, but at the end of the day, you just don't. You just do not. Even of the older generations, you just don't. It's like my mum and dad. Bear in mind, I'm talking about my stepmom, not my biological dad. They've been together over 20 years. He's never laid a hand on her and she's never laid a hand on him. If she's peed off at him, she's squirting with a water squirter. And if he's peed off at her, he just ignores her. They'd never... I know that's a funny way of doing it, but it's the way that works for them too. And it works for them too. It's like, we us two, me and my husband, we talk about it, we chat about it, we discuss things. You just do not do this shit. You just don't. And at the end of the day, if you think doing this shit is even anywhere near justifiable or okay, then I worry about you, your family, and anybody that you have in your life, because you clearly don't hold human life to the same regard that a lot of other people do, because you will never even think this is anywhere near okay. Because it isn't. And those people justifying it because she was nagging him or she threw a cardboard box at him, fuck off. Go fuck yourself up and disappear off the planet Earth, because it's people like that are just going to make things like this happen over and over again. It's the same people, like the people that say with the whole child abuse on YouTube, oh, it's just a prank. Fuck you. At the end of the day, there's two things you do not do. You don't abuse your significant other, and you don't abuse your kids. Don't abuse anybody. And if we stop doing that, then a lot of the issues that we currently have in our developed societies wouldn't exist. I'm not saying all of them wouldn't exist, but quite a few of them would stop existing, because as a plain simple fact, you wouldn't need fucking to... You don't hurt kids, you don't hurt other people, whether it's your significant other, your parent, or a child. You do not do it. Even if it's just a friend or just somebody on the street, you do not put hands on people. It is that simple. There is nothing that justifies putting hands on people. Not even throwing a cardboard box. Ever. You just don't do it. And people saying to this guy's within his right because she threw a cardboard box and she started it. No, she was annoyed because he was playing video games when she needed help with 2 kids while she was pregnant. So if he's willing to hit her while she's pregnant, what does he do when she's not pregnant? One has to ask. What does he do when she's not pregnant if he's willing to do that while she's pregnant and on camera? And calling a 3-year-old a cunt. You just don't do it. I'm sorry, but you don't. And anybody who thinks this guy is within his right can do one and get off my channel, because I don't give a damn. This guy needs to be banned from the entirety of the internet. He needs to be gone from the internet. And yes, I'm glad that Twitch has shut his channel down. And yeah, I'm glad that he's lost that money, because then he'll have to actually get a proper fucking job and grow the fuck up, rather than be a little man-child playing games all day. Like I said, I play video games, but I do other stuff as well. I am a grown woman, and I know how to act like a grown woman. And I would never, even when I was a child, even when I was a teenager, I would never have done shit like this, ever. It just wasn't within me to do stuff like this. And I was taught and I was raised differently. You just don't act like this to your significant other, to the person that you're married to the person you have 2 children to, and she's pregnant with a 3rd. He's immature and petty as fuck. So, right, I'm going to log off and calm down. I'm not going to record the other videos until tomorrow, or should I say later today, because it's just gone past midnight here. so I can sufficiently calm down, because as I look at the videos, one of these will get me pissed off, so I don't want to do too much. But I've done that one, so that one can go. But when I was watching the video, my blood was boiling, and I was like, but anyway, I'm going to bugger off now, and I'm going to calm down, and I'm going to probably see you guys on Wednesday. I don't know which video I'll do for Wednesday. I don't know, I might do that one. I do have a few video topics, and one of them will be banked for over Christmas, so I don't have to worry about recording over Christmas. Because we'll probably be spending some time with family over Christmas. So I'm going to bugger off and calm down. But yeah, I am glad that Twitch have listened and I've actually banned this guy. I'm going to bugger off. Stay safe, be good, have fun, and I will see you very soon, guys.